Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Zaris Izani bin Jawadi, and for my part, I will explain for the chapter 1 introduction. For the chapter overview, this chapter introduces the present study, which consists of the background of the study followed by the problem statement, research question, and research objective. Further, it discussed the significant contribution of the study. Finally, it described the limitation of the study. Recent advances in technology and changing customer behavior have led to considerable changes in the retail scene. The growing use of automatic vending machine to buy food and drink is one noteworthy innovation. This device satisfies the current need for quick and simple transaction by providing customers with an easy and efficient means to purchase goods without having to deal with a human. Research examining the variable that impact food shopping behavior in this environment is lacking, despite the increasing prevalence of AVMs, particularly at academic institutions like UITM. For the research background, the retail landscape has undergone significant transformation in recent years due to technological advancement and evolving consumer habits. One notable innovation is the increased utilization of automatic vending machines for purchasing foods and beverage. This machine offers a convenient and efficient way for consumers to obtain products without human interaction, aligning with the modern preference for quick and easy transaction. Despite the growing presence of AVMs, especially in educational institution UITM, there is lack of research specifically exploring the factors that influence food purchasing behavior in this context. The study aims to investigate the determinants of food purchasing behavior at AVMs among UITM students. For the research problem, the popularity of AVMs transformed the way people buy food and beverage, providing exceptional convenience and accessibility. These machines are increasingly common in educational institutions, particularly at UITM. The integration of AVMs in educational institutions such as universities and college seeks to provide students with quick and simple access to a choice of food and drink alternative, hence meeting their desire for efficient and time-saving meals solutions. Despite the increasing use of AVMs in such setting, there is still a major gap in the literature identifying the precise aspect that influence students' purchasing behavior while using these AVMs. Understanding these elements is critical since students have different features and needs than the broader population. This study will look at the various factors that influence UITM students' food buying option when using AVMs. This study seeks to present a comprehensive picture of student preferences and behaviors by looking into elements such as product placement, visual appeal, pricing, the availability of healthy option, and purchasing process efficiency. Furthermore, the study will investigate how these features combine to influence student happiness and frequency of AVM usage. Lastly, this study covers a significant gap in existing research by focusing on the unique setting of UITM students' encounters with AVMs. It aims to uncover actionable insights that help improve the deployment and management of AVMs, resulting in a more student-friendly and supportive campus environment. Here is the research question. The first one is, what is the relationship between consumer decision-making process and food purchasing behavior at automatic vending machines? Second is there any relationship between visual merchandising and planogram theory and food purchasing behavior at automatic vending machines? Thirdly is, what is the relationship between shopping time and behavioral economics and food purchasing behavior at automatic vending machine? And lastly is there any relationship between impulse buying and environmental cues and food purchasing behavior at automatic vending machine among UITM students? Next, We move to the research objective, whereby to examine the relationship between consumer decision-making process and food purchasing behavior at automatic vending machine among UiTM students. To identify the relationship between visual merchandising and planogram theory and food purchasing behavior at automatic vending machines among UiTM students. To examine the relationship between shopping time and behavioral economics and food purchasing behavior at automatic vending machines among UiTM students. Last but not least, to examine the relationship between impulse buying and environmental cues and food purchasing behavior at automatic vending machine among UiTM students. We move to the part significance of the study. For the significance of study, it is important to fully understand the many elements that impact the food purchase behavior of University Technology Mara UiTM student at automatic vending machine. First of all, vending machine are a common and practical food source on campus, offering quick and simple access to drink and munchies. This study can provide information on how students choose what to buy in a situation that is growing more and more important to their everyday life. Other than that, looking into purchasing habits.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Danny Haris bin Rosli and I will be presenting Chapter 2, the literature review of the research report. So, the DV is food purchasing behavior at automatic vending machines among students. This means that concentrating on customer behavior in the context of automated food and beverage buying according to Mernani L 2021. So, this behavior includes the number of purchases made, the kinds of food selected, and the reasons behind the selections. Examining a number of variables, this is necessary to comprehend these trends. Vending machines offer a convenient and expedient way for students to get food and drinks, especially when studying late at night or between courses. Next, I will present about the independent variables of our research. The first one is consumer decision-making process. One of the most theoretical frameworks for comprehending food purchase behavior is the consumer decision-making process. The problem identification, information search, alternative assessment, purchase choice, and post-purchase behavior are the many steps in this process. A variety of internal and external elements include social influences, environmental signals, as well as prior experiences, health concerns, and personal preferences also affect this stage. The first IV is to examine the relationship between consumer decision-making process and food purchasing behavior at automatic vending machines. On top of that is the second IV, which is visual merchandising and planogram theory. The process of presenting things optimally to draw in and keep customers is known as visual merchandising, and the planogram theory is how the products is arranged strategically within the displays to increase exposure and sales. And the relationship is to examine the relationship between visual merchandising and planogram theory and food purchasing behavior at automatic vending machines is significant or not. Next, for the third IV, which is shopping time and behavioral economics, the study of behavioral economics looks at how emotional, cognitive, and psychological aspects affect financial choices, and the length of timing of shopping activities are referred to as shopping time, a particular feature of consumer behavior that has a big impact on judgments about what to buy. And the relationship between shopping time and behavioral economics and food purchasing behavior at automatic vending machines is significant or not. Lastly, the fourth IV is impulse buying and environmental cues. Impulse buying refers to a purchase that is made on the spur of the moment due to strong emotions and wants. And the product placement, illumination, advertising signs are a few examples of environmental signals that can have a big impact on impulse purchasing behavior. Therefore, to examine the relationship between impulse buying and environmental cues and food purchasing behavior at automatic vending machines is significant or not. So that concludes all IVs for this research report. Next, I will present about the theoretical framework or conceptual model for the research report. So, this diagram shows that each IV has a relationship to examine with the DV. For example, the consumer decision-making process is the IV1 and the H1 represents the hypothesis 1 for the relationship between IV and DV and so on.
Now I will present about the chapter 3, the research methodology. So first is sampling procedure. The target population is a student in UiTM campus Bandaraya Melaka. This specific population was chosen due to the study of food purchasing behavior at automatic vending machines, particularly among the students at UiTM campus Bandaraya Melaka. The sample size is 101 students. The sampling technique that we use is convenience sampling, where the participants were selected based on their availability and willingness to participate. This is evident from the use of digital platforms like WhatsApp, Instagram and Telegram, and the approach of students on campus to participate by scanning a QR code. These methods aim to quickly and easily get the data from the respondents who are readily accessible. So next is question procedure. In our study, we defined 5 key variables, each measured on a 5-point scale, ranging from 1, which strongly disagree, to 5, which strongly agree. This scale reflects respondents' levels of agreement with statements related to these variables. First, consumer decision-making process. Next, visual merchandising and planogram theory. Third, shopping time and behavioral economics. Fourth, impulse buying and environmental cues. And lastly is food purchasing behavior at automatic vending machines, AVM, among students. And next is data collection procedures. In this study, we utilize online technique for data collection to reach our target student respondents efficiently. We employ Google Forms as our primary data collection tool. Google Forms allow us to distribute our questionnaire electronically to respondents, overcoming geographical barriers. Respondents can complete the survey at their convenience, whether at home or on the go. And lastly is data analysis procedures. First is IBM SPSS software. We use IBM SPSS software version 29 for data analysis, as SPSS is known for providing reliable, dynamic and fast analysis. Next is descriptive analysis. The descriptive analysis helps summarize data points to identify patterns and relationships. We conducted 2 types of descriptive analysis, which is descriptive and frequencies. Besides is reliability analysis. Reliability is the degree to which a variable measures the true value free from error. We use Cronbach alpha to assess reliability. A value above 0.700 indicates high reliability, while values between 0.600 and 0.700 are moderately acceptable. And lastly is multiple regression analysis. Multiple regression use known values of independent variables to predict a dependent variable. So the model summary, the R value shows the correlation and R square indicate that the percentage of variance explained by the independent variables. Both should exceed 50% for a strong relationship. Next is ANOVA, the F value test if the regression model fits the data well. And lastly is coefficients. This table shows which independent variable most influence the dependable variable determined by the t value. A significance levels below 0.005 confirms the hypothesis. This method ensures accurate and insightful data analysis for our research.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Zarul Ikram bin Muhammad Zaidan, and today I want to present chapter 4, research result and discussion. For the demographic analysis, table 4.1 shows that genders demographic has a mean 1.55 and the standard deviation is 0.500. For the age range, the mean is 2.85 and the standard deviation is 0.433. And for level of study, mean shows that 1.04 and the standard deviation is 0.196. Last but not least, for faculty and courses, the mean is 3.06 and the standard deviation is 2.019. Okay, next is frequencies analysis. For the first demographic is gender. The higher percentage of gender is female, which is contribute 55.4%, and for males, the percentage is 44.6%. Okay, next we move to the age group. The highest percentage of age group, which is age from 21 to 24 years old, that contribute the 79.2%, and the lowest is age group from 25 to 27 years old, that contribute the 3%. Next is level of study. The highest percentage in level of study is undergraduate, that contribute to 96%, and the postgraduate is 4%. Last but not least, for faculty and course, the highest percentage in this demographic is marketing, that contribute to 32.7%, and the lowest is hotel and tourism, that contribute to the 6.9%. Okay, for the reliability analysis, for the first independent variable, which is consumer decision making process, the Cronbach alpha is 0.612 and the number of items that used is 4. Next is visual merchandising. The Cronbach alpha value 0.755 and the number of items used is 3. Next is shopping time and behavior economics. The Cronbach alpha is 0.663 and the number of items that be used is 3. Last but not least, impulsive buying and environmental cues. The Cronbach alpha is 0.823 and the number of items that were used is 4. Okay, next, for the multiple regression analysis, there is consists 3 different table, which is model summary, ANOVA, and coefficient. In model summary, the R value is 0.527 and the R square value is 0.278. Both value clearly enlisted all of the IVs, and it can be explained to the dependent variable by more than 50% respectively. As enlightened in Chapter 3, most past scholars have consensus that the threshold for both value R and R square must exceed 50% to accept the intercorrelation relationship. Okay, the F value in ANOVA shows that the independent variable statistically and significantly predict the dependent variable. For the F value is 9.231. This means that regression model is a good fit of data. And for the coefficients, the first one is consumer decision making process. The p value is 0.290 and the beta value is negative 0.094. It shows that the relationship between consumer decision making process and food purchasing behavior at AVM is insignificant. Next is the visual merchandising coefficient shows that p value is 0.031 and the beta value is 0.220. It shows that the relationship between visual merchandising and food purchasing behavior at AVM is significant, and therefore the hypothesis number 2 is accepted. And for the next independent, which is shopping time and behavior economics. The p-value is 0.134 and the beta value is 0.155. It shows that the relationship between shopping time behavior economics and food purchasing behavior at AVMs is insignificant. And last but not least, for the impulsive buying and environmental cues, the p-value is 0.001 and the beta value is 0.321. It shows that the relationship between impulse buying and environmental cues and food purchasing behavior at AVM is significant. Therefore, hypothesis 4 is accepted. Okay, last but not least, in chapter 4, discussion of the study. For the research objective number 1, the relationship between consumer decision making and food purchasing at AVM is insignificant because p-value is 0.290 and the beta value is negative 0.094. It shows that AVM purchases are often impulsive, as emphasized by Rodriguez 2021, suggesting that convenience and spontaneity outweigh planned decision in this context. Next is research objective 2. The relationship between visual merchandising and food purchasing at AVM is significant because p-value is 0.031 and the beta value is 0.220. Visual marketing strongly influenced the consumer decision by Mondul 2021 that highlights that the attractiveness of display and strategic product placement can capture attention, enhance perceived value and also drive impulse purchase. Effective visual merchandising is crucial for AVM operator to boost the engagement and also sales. The research objective 3, the relationship between shopping time and food purchasing at AVMs is insignificant because p-value is 0.134 and the beta value is 0.155. This suggests shopping time doesn't significantly affect the AVM purchases due to their rapid, convenience-oriented nature. Bindu 2021. The other factors such as product availability and visual appearance will play more crucial roles in influencing AVM purchasing. Last but not least, the research objective 4. The relationship between impulse buying, environmental cues and food purchasing at AVMs is significant because p-value is 0.001 and the b-value is 0.321. Environmental signals like lighting, layout and product placement strongly influence impulsive purchasing by Nanda 2023. These findings highlight the importance of marketers to utilize the environmental cues to enhance more impulsive buying and boost the AVM sales.
So basically, when it comes to chapter 5, which is conclusion and recommendation for future research. So this chapter concludes our research and food purchasing behavior at automated vending machines among group guidance students. So we summarize key findings to provide a clear understanding of our discoveries. Our study examines factors such as impulse buying and environmental cues, the consumer decision-making process, shopping time and behavioral economics, and visual merchandising and planning theory. So we found that expressionless purchase decision and vending machine surroundings impact student choices, while the consumer decision-making process reveals how students evaluate food options. So shopping time and behavioral economics highlight the influence of time constraints and economic principles, and also the visual merchandising shows how product arrangement affects buying decision. So when it comes to research objective 1, which is consumer decision making process and food purchasing behavior at automated vending machine among UAB students. So basically, the study reveals a strong relationship between the decision making process and buying behavior, where the stages need to we need to identify first information gathering, option evaluation, purchase decision, and post-purchase behavior. So all significantly impacts students' food choices. So students recognize a need such as hunger or snack craving and consider AVMs as a convenience solution. So move to research objective 2, which is to examine visual merchandising and planogram theory's impact on food purchasing behavior at automatic vending machines among other students. So planogram theory optimizes sales through strategic placement, while visual merchandising enhances product presentation to attract and engage customers. So in order to promote healthier food choices, intervention utilizing this technique are crucial. So by prominently featuring appealing options, using attractive packaging, and organizing products logically, vending machines can positively influence students' food purchasing decisions. So when it comes to research objective 3, which is to identify either shopping time and behavioral economics in influencing food purchasing behavior at automatic vending machines among UITM students. So the study emphasizes the significance of convenience, time constraints, perceived value, and impulsivity in students' purchasing decisions. So students prioritize quick and accessible options during busy times, demonstrating sensitivity to pricing and also promotional offers. So when it comes to research objective 4, which is to investigate impulse buying and environmental cues in influencing food purchasing behavior at AVM's machine among UITM students. So basically, contrary to expectation, the findings reveal that the contextual cues and impulse buying have a very minimal impact on students' purchasing decision. Despite exposure to visually appealing displays, students do not show a significant towards impulsive purchases and also environmental cues. So for the recommendation for future research, which is to expand examination of demographic variable, is where to understand of how diverse student groups interact with AVMs. Future research should broaden its focus to include demographic characteristics such as academic disciplines and also can include the socio-economic status. So next is payment method, which is to uncover preferences and behaviors. Further research on factors impacting UITM students' food purchasing behavior, which is it could compare payment methods like cash, debit, credit cards, and mobile payments. So evaluating the advantage of contactless payments and digital wallets such as speed, efficiency, security, and user experience is a very crucial. So applying behavioral economics concepts and conducting surveys can provide insights into how these options influencing purchasing decisions. So by assessing these technological and infrastructural needs for implementing new payment systems alongside long-term studies on acceptance and usage patterns will yield comprehensive insight.